I got so many emails and private messages from viewers wanting to see a finished card project using one of the Copic colorless blender techniques that I showed a couple of weeks ago. They also wanted to see the 3 trees in the Falling for You Stamp TV kit completely colored and textured with Copic markers. So I'm going to show that to you today. I'm using the 3 tree stamp from the Falling for You Stamp TV kit, and I'm going to ink it up using a little bit of the Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And I'm going to stamp that on some of the Gina K Designs Pure Luxury Ivory cardstock. And I'm using the heavy base weight, but you can use layering weight for this too. Either way, on our ivory cardstock, the Copic markers will bleed through, so you will need to use this as a layering piece. I'm going to start out with, this is YR24, and it's called Pale Sepia. I'm going to color the middle tree using this color. And you can see the colors that I'm choosing for this project are all autumny colors. So this is supposed to depict the beautiful colors that you see up in the Northeast and up in the UP of Michigan and the Wisconsin area, all of those beautiful Door County colors this time of year. So that's a nice golden color. Then my next color is going to be E39, and that's called Leather. And I'm going to color the tree next to it to the left using this color. What I like about Copic markers and any kind of alcohol markers is as you're coloring, even though it's a dark color, they're very clear. They're almost transparent in a way, and all of that black ink will still show through. So even though I'm going with a deep, rich brown here, you can still see the details of the tree. Some markers, some water-based markers really muddy that up, but not alcohol markers. And my final color is YG95, and that's called Pale Olive. And I'll color my final tree here to the right using this Pale Olive. And although I know green isn't necessarily one of the colors that the leaves turn to, it is a very pretty color for this card project. And they all don't change colors at exactly the same time, so it's okay to have one that's still green, getting ready to turn. Okay, so there's my green one. So my next step is to use the Copic Colorless Blender pen, and I'm going to start with the middle tree, and I'm using the bullet point of this original marker. Now you can also use the fine point on the end of a brush marker, and that will work just as well. I'm going to start by doing diagonal lines, and you can see I'm not going all the way to the very edge, because I really don't want my color to bleed outside of the tree. I'm going to go back over it again to lighten it up even more. That's okay, because this is all going to blend. Maybe I'll do one more down here. And then I'm going to turn it a little bit, and I'm going to go the other way. Do my first layer. And I'll go over it one more time to make it just a little brighter. Okay, now I'll do the brown one, doing the same thing, these nice little diagonal lines, and not going all the way to the edge, because again, I'm trying to prevent bleeding outside of my trees. And turn that and go the other way. This is such a quick and easy technique, but boy, it really looks pretty. And for my final one, I'll do the green. Maybe this will create a little bit of texture here that looks like this one's trying to start to change color. We'll just say this one's a slow poke. color. You can see I go over all the lines twice to really bring out that color. And there are my 3 finished pattern trees. Aren't they cute? And as I promised, let me show you a finished card project using this technique. And this is all the supplies from the Falling For You Stamp TV kit. I used the 3 trees and did the texturing there, and then I used the greeting Falling For You. I thought this was a cute little love card to send to my husband, or you could send this to anybody. And then here what I've used is some pattern paper on the back from the Falling For You Stamp TV kit, some ivory cardstock here to layer, give it a little bit of a highlight, and then I've mounted the whole thing on a card base of chocolate brown. And I've added a little bit of the chocolate brown double-stitched ribbon, and that creates a nice little backdrop to pop this focal image on top of. Now these copper brads also come in the Falling For You Stamp TV kit, and I just pop them into the little holes that were left from cutting this out with the grommet tags die by Spellbinders. And the dies that I used here were the classic ovals and the petite scalloped ovals. What a nice little card project for autumn. You can create other patterns such as spots and dots, plain diagonal lines, and even little swirls to create fun textures on any line art image.